What's up, Flash Math? Today we're going to be talking about the volume of a triangular prism, how to find that, and how we can make sure we can do it on a quiz. So, let's get started. Now, you'll notice before that previously we've covered in other videos the volume of a rectangular prism. And to do that, that's this shape right here, we remember that to find that, oops, there goes my eraser. Got it. To find that, we simply multiply length times the width times the height. Or as I taught you, the volume of a rectangular prism would be the area of the base. Don't forget, the base is this guy right here. We want the area of this base rectangle. We're going to multiply that times the length. Now, in different classes, you're going to be here defined as different things. Because if I hold it like this, yeah, here's my area, and then we're going to multiply it by the length. But what if I hold it like this? Well, then we're multiplying it by what looks like the height. So we can call it different things as long as you understand you multiply the area of this side times this side right here. So that's volume of a rectangular prism. Now, triangular prism is very similar, and we're going to look at what makes this guy a little bit different. So, let's get started. Dropped it. First thing we want to do is we want to, just like with a rectangular prism, we want to calculate the area of the base. So let's write that down. Step one, we want to calculate the area of the base. That would be this guy right here. This yellow part is our base. So they discussed in great detail that to find the area of the base, you have to realize that first, this is a triangle. So let's think back to previously how to find the area of a triangle. So let's take a look right here. The formula for area of a triangle, as we all know, is 1/2 base times height. Now this is where it gets tricky. Please don't get mixed up with this base and the area of the base. This whole shape right here is the base of our triangular prism. But just this one right here is the base of our triangle. When we're finding the area of our triangle, we're only using this base down here. So 1/2 base times height, that would be this guy is our base, and this guy right here would be our height. So here's our height, and here is our base. Now, let's take a look at an example. So we have this triangular prism right here. And I'd like you to draw this one as well. So we have this triangular prism here, and in this triangular prism we've got a couple measurements. We have a base of our triangle, that's this guy right here, that's going to go ahead and be 10. Then we have our height, that's going down from the vertex straight down. That's this guy right here, and I'm going to make that 8. Already we have enough to find the area of the base of our triangular prism. So, let's put it in the formula. Area equals 1/2 of 10 times 8. So when we do that, we know that 1/2 of 10 is 5, and 5 times 8 is 40, so this is 40 units squared. That's the area of this base. Now, you can also do 10 times 8 and divide that by 2 as well. You'll still get 40 units squared. Now that we found the area of our base, we need to multiply that by our length. And the length we're going to have, that's our next step. We'll write that down. Step 2, multiply area by length. So in this case, our length is going to be 30 units. So we're going to multiply 40 units squared, which is our area, the area of our base. Multiply that by our length, which is 30 units. And that's going to give us our answer. And when we do that, we're going to get a volume. Don't forget, we're multiplying units squared multiplied by another unit, so that means our final answer is going to be in units cubed. We're going to get 40 times 30. When you multiply those things together, you get 1,200 units cubed. Bless you. Now what we're going to do, now that you've got that, is we're going to look at a different way of visualizing it. Then we're going to try one more example, then we're going to move on. If you look here, you can see that I have this rectangular prism. If you were to divide this in half, divide this rectangular prism in half, I would have two triangular prisms. Another way of saying that is you take this triangular prism and you were to put another one right here going this way, we'd have a box. It'd be a rectangular prism. So another way you could find this is to multiply together your length and your width of your height of your triangular prism and divide it by 2. Because you have 1/2 of a rectangular prism. So we're doing 1/2 of the formula. So let's look at another example and we'll do it both ways. If you could draw for me this prism right here. So here we have another triangular prism. This guy's coming down that. And we're going to give this guy this triangle up here, which we're going to use to find our area. We're going to give this guy a base of 3, and we're going to give it a height of 2. This is 3, and the height is 2. Now, we also have this measurement right here. This could be equally measured as the length or the height, depending on what you want to call it. We're going to give this guy a measurement of 10. So, there's a few different ways we can do it. Finding the area of this triangle, which is 1/2 times 3 times 2, which is just going to end up being 1/2 times 3 is 1.5. 1.5 times 2 is 3. Notice that this multiplied by 1/2 times 2 cancel each other out. So it's going to be 1/2 times 3, 1.5 times 2 equals 3. And 3 times 10 is going to be 30 units cubed. Or we can do it the way I just taught you, which is to do 3 times 2 times 10, which is 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 10 is 60. Divided by 2 equals 30 units cubed. Either way works. Either way works. They're both good formulas, but I really like when you find the area of the base and multiply the area of the base by the length.